Welcome everyone, hope you're all well. Today we've got a fun power flow class, so a nice dynamic mat Pilates class. We're going to be using dumbbells pretty much throughout the whole class. Now I'm using 2 kilo dumbbells, just choose a weight that's right for you. I would probably recommend something between 1 kilo and 3 kilo, but please feel free to just go body weight at any point if you need as well. We're going to be flowing through everything, so if you need to take any breaks or breathers, quick sip of water, that's absolutely fine as well. Just make sure you listen to your body throughout the class. All right guys, we will get straight into it, so no warm up today. You're going to slowly warm up your body as you go. So pop your mat out, make sure you've got a bit of space around you, you've got your dumbbells, and let's get started. Guys, grabbing your dumbbells and let's come down onto your back. So you're just going to bring your dumbbells into your chest or onto your belly, elbows relaxed, shoulders nice and heavy, and just finding a comfortable position. And you're just going to close your eyes when you're ready, allowing your jaw to relax, your shoulders to relax, and just taking a little moment just to tune into your breath and also just to tune into how your body's feeling. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. And exhale to sigh out through your mouth. Try not to engage anything. Just seeing if you can let everything go. Switching off from the outside world and just bringing awareness into your body. Well done. Just gently start to rock the knees from right to left. Allowing the lower back just to have a gentle release. Nice deep breaths. You can keep your eyes closed if you like. And when you're ready, you're going to bring your knees pointing to the ceiling. Your legs are hip width apart. Feet are planted down onto your mat. And we're just going to press our dumbbells straight up above your shoulders. So you can keep your eyes closed or you can open them now. Allow the shoulders to be nice and heavy. And you're slowly going to imprint your lower back into your mat, pushing down into the heels as we peel the spine bone by bone all the way up into your shoulder bridge. Give your glutes a good tight squeeze at the top and then slowly start to imprint your spine all the way back down. Now, if this is too much for you, you can always pop your weights to the floor, hands down by your side, and just continue with your arms down onto the mat. If not, focus on the rib cage, stay nice and heavy, and that articulation really coming from the pelvis and the lower back, driving into the heels, starting to wake up the glutes and the hammies, back side of the body. And just being aware as well that you're not letting your knees open too wide. We want to try to keep the knees parallel. So a little inner thigh engagement, a little squeeze, and release. Let's go 2 more here. Rolling up and controlling back down. Giving them back a little massage. Last one. We're going to hold it up at the top. On this next one, you're going to lower your hips halfway down, a little hinge. Exhale, tuck and squeeze back up. Halfway down, tuck and squeeze back up. Now you can stay here or add in a press with the arms. Elbows come in by your side. Exhale, press down and press. Good. Inhale and exhale. Strong push with the arms. So it's a narrow chest press. Elbows are in by your side for 4. For 3, tuck and squeeze for 2. Lucky last one, you're going to hold it all the way up at the top and just the arms to continue. Hips stay nice and still, keeping that tuck. Let's go in 5, press for 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it at the top, little pulses up at the hips. Lift and lift and lift and lift in 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to squeeze and hold. Awesome. All right, we're coming back into those hip hinges, halfway down, all the way up. This time we're going to add a fly. So we're going to open the arms as your hips lower and then everything presses back up. Keep a little bend to the elbows. Going nice and wide and squeeze. Nice and wide, tuck and squeeze. Let's keep that going. Inhale and exhale. So knee alignment, pelvis alignment, and a good strong squeeze of those glutes. Let's go for 4, in 3, in 2. Last one, hold it at the top, just the arms open and close and squeeze. Keep those hips nice and high. Good, and breathe in 4, 3, 2. On this last one, we're going to hold it halfway with the arms. Keep them nice and still. Little pulse up of the hips. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. If you'd like to add a little tap of those arms, lift, lift, lift. In 4, in 3, in 2. Last one, push all the way back up and hold. All right, last time we're going back into that hip hinge, dropping down, squeezing back up. This time, as you drop the hips down, we're gonna bend the elbows, come into your temples, exhale, push back up. So you've got your skull crushers. Inhale and exhale, down, tuck and squeeze. Drive into those heels a little bit more now, feeling those hammies and glutes on fire. In 4, in 3, in 2. Last one, can you hold the hips high? Just the arms. Bend and extend. Keep your upper arms nice and still. Working into the triceps. For 3, for 2. We're going to hold the arms halfway. Little pulses up of the hips. Squeeze, squeeze. If you'd like to add a little tap of the arms, you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everything pushes all the way up and imprint your spine back down. Well done. Bring your weights back in towards your chest and just give your lower back a little rock side to side, releasing out. Well done, well done. That should definitely have warmed you up. All right, find your neutral pelvis. Again, if you need to take any rocks to find it, please do so. Once you've got that, we're gonna press our arms back to the ceiling, shoulders heavy, and one leg at a time are gonna come back to tabletop. So knees are roughly over your hips, shins are roughly parallel to the floor, lower abs engaged. We're just gonna start with a single arm reach back and return, and reach, return. Now, depending on your weight, how heavy the weight is you're holding, you do not have to go so far back. So if it's lighter, you might have a bit more range and control. If it's a bit heavier, you might just want to go halfway. Yeah, so just see how that feels, making sure the rib cage isn't flaring open. Shoulder blades aren't moving around too much. And press, reach, and back. Now, if this feels okay, you're going to add the reach of the opposite leg. So opposite leg extends and everything back in. Take it nice and slow. No need to rush this one. And in. And same thing with the legs. You can choose the height of the leg. Higher you extend, the little bit lighter that's going to feel into your lower abdominals. And squeeze. Reach. And back. And you want to stabilize. Keep the opposite side nice and still. And reach. And back. In 4. And back. In 3. In 2. We're going to hold it to a point that you can maintain. So maybe just halfway, and we're going to go for little taps for 8, 7. Keep that connection to your lower abs in 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, return. Let's go straight to the second side. Hold it to a point you can maintain. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push the arms all the way back up and gently hug your knees in. Well done. Give your lower back a little release for a second. All right, guys, you're going to keep those knees into your chest, arms back to the ceiling. Now we're going to go back into the skull crusher where you're bending your elbows, hands come to your ears. Then as you extend, we're going to curl the head and shoulders off the floor, reach the arms forward. Inhale, bend. Exhale, curl, chin to chest, lift up into a nice tight ball. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Now, it is super tempting to use the momentum and the weight to lift yourself up, but I really want you to almost slow it down a little bit and focus on that rib to hip connection, that strong curl into your upper abdominals, and not using too much momentum. Good. If this feels okay, you can add a single leg stretch. One leg extend and return. Exhale. If it's all too much, lose your dumbbells and continue without, or you can always pop your hands behind your head if you need. Exhale. And inhale. Now, if you'd like to take this a little bit further, you can go for double leg stretch, but make sure your lower back stays on the floor. So it's going to be very tempting to curl the whole back off the floor. See if you can keep your lower back down now. It's still just into those upper abs and control. Exhale. and back. We're gonna take it a little bit further in a moment, and curl, and back. One more. Now, if that all feels okay for you, you're going to do the same movement, but we're going to start to roll your back off the floor, lifting, lifting, lifting. Feel free to bend your knees if you need. If not, legs nice and long, then slowly bend the knees as everything lowers back down. Exhale, curl, roll through the spine, reach, 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 woo, catching that balance at the top, and then slowly roll yourself back down. And just take it as slow as you can. Again, trying to avoid the momentum, lift, look towards the toes, control, imprint the spine, and bring yourself back down. Let's go 3 more. Rolling up, lift, and control, and return into roll, lift, control, and down. Lucky last one, press. We're gonna roll, lift, hold it at the top. Whether those legs are extended or bent, you're holding for 5, for 4, chest open, 3, 2, and 1. Cross your feet over, pop your dumbbells to either side of your mat. Hands come forward, and you're just gonna bring yourself forward up onto your hands and your knees. Wiggle around, just find a spot that works for you. Finding that length into the lower back, and just starting with a few cat-cows. So inhaling to lengthen, opening the chest. Exhaling to tuck, scooping around, just getting the back moving a little bit more. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Maybe a little wiggle of the hips. Exhale, scoop round. Any movements here if you want to stretch out the wrists, if you want to take a little circle for the head or the ribs. Whatever you need, just close your eyes and listen to your body. Well done. We're going to bring ourselves back to a neutral spine, so nice lengthened back. Core is engaged. Now, I want you to try to keep your hips on top of your knees. So careful your bum isn't moving back in this move. Hands are right underneath the shoulders, and we're going to slowly lower the elbows down to the floor, and then exhale, you're going to push back up. Now, as you do so, your chest stays lifted, so careful you're not sort of sinking into the shoulders. Chest stays nice and open, core is engaged, and we're aiming to keep the bum sort of sticking out and press. Now just have a little look at your forearms and see if you can keep them parallel as they lower. So without the elbows going out to the side. Bend, push. So we should be feeling this into our triceps, the back of the arms, and press. And just go as low as you can. Don't stress if you're not touching the floor. Now, if you'd like to make this a little bit further, have a little look. We're going to bend the elbows like we did before. Then you're going to shift your weight forward. Your elbows come to your ribs. Push your weight back, tap, and then bring yourself back up. Let's do that again. We drop the elbows down and back. Shift forward as if you're nose diving forward. Exhale, push back, and then bring yourself back up. Continuing that in your own time. If it's too much, stick to the variation you did before. And lift. Still trying to keep those elbows nice and snug in by your side in both positions. And lift. 2 more. Press. And lift 1 more time. Now, as you come back, we're going to lift the elbows halfway, and you're going to do a little pulse for 8, 7, 6. Ground those hands down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push all the way up and sit your hips back. Well done. Relax your head, walk the fingers forward, and just take a little release for the shoulders side to side. Just a little breather here for me. Well done, guys. We're coming up back up onto our hands and knees. If you need to give the wrists a little shake out, please do so. This one's a little bit more about core control. So keeping that lift through the center and a strong push in your arms, you're going to extend your right leg back behind you. Keeping the hips nice and square, we're just going to float that right leg straight off and return back down. So it's not so much about the height of the leg. Think more about lengthening the leg behind you, keeping it as straight as you possibly can, and that length through the lower back. If you'd like, you can bring your left hand behind your lower back, to feel that the back is staying nice and still, it's not overarching, and it'll also challenge your balance and your stability a little bit more. Lift and lower. We're not here for too long. Keep pushing down and away from your right arm. So we're trying to bring a bit of weight out of your right wrist, holding your body upright. You've got 3, in 2, one more time. We're just going to hold and go for a little pulse up with that leg. Core engaged, keep lifting out of that right hand. Optional to start reaching that left arm forward, pulling the fingers and the toes away from each other. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand comes back down. You're going to tuck your left toes under, keeping the right leg lifted. We're going to slowly start to lift up into your 3-legged dog. Now feel free to bend the knee and just play around with opening, closing the hip to start. Take a little release into that hip. Don't worry what you look like, just breathe into that stretch. When you're ready, you're going to extend your leg all the way up towards the ceiling. See if you can square your hip off. So it's not about the flexibility, it's keeping those hips nice and square. Inhale to prepare. On your exhale, you're going to slowly bring your knee towards your nose as you shift forward, squeezing into your high plank, and then press all the way back. And really give that effort to drive the knee in towards your nose. Can you touch? And then squeeze back super strong into your lower abdominals. So bring the knee in, keep that squeeze, 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 and push all the way back. You've got 3 to go. Bring it in, squeeze knee to nose, and back. And squeeze, 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 and press. Last one, we're going to squeeze and hold, and you're just going to squeeze and hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, big step forward. Well done, guys. Gently lower your left knee down. Just take a little breather for a second. If you need to bring yourself up and give the shoulders a little roll. We're going to keep the back toes tucked under, and you're just going to reach to grab your dumbbells. All right, so lining your hips up to be square, front knee over your toes, and you're slowly going to push into both feet to bring yourself all the way up to stand, and then slowly lowering yourself back down. And we just continue like this for now. Seeing how low you can go with that back knee, maybe to a light tap or just to a hover. Each time trying to go to that same depth. And down and lift. Eyeliners forward and up. Now you can stick to this variation, or when you're ready, you're going to add a bicep curl as you lower and an extension to lift. Curl to lower, press to lift. We're taking it nice and controlled today, so no need to rush this one. Try to avoid using any momentum. And press. And down and up. Let's go for 3. In 2. Last one, we're going to hold it down. You're going to add a press overhead, core in, ribs soft, return, and bring yourself back to stand. And again, curl, press, bend, return. Now finding a tempo that works for you. You can stick with me, or you can just find your own tempo. We curl to bend, press as we hold, and then return everything back up. And press. We've got 4 to go, making sure we're not arching the back, keeping that alignment, and back. Another 2. Last one, can we hold it down and just press for 8, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Elbows in by your side. We're going to shift our weight forward. Send your bum back as you go for a tricep kick back. Curl the arms in as you sit back into that lunge. We shift forward, tricep kick back, curl to bend. Taking this in your own time, make sure your front knee stays soft. Shifting the weight into the front leg. Chest stays open even though we're hinging forward. Try not to round the shoulders. Nice, squeeze and press. Let's go for 4. For 3. Feeling that right glute loading. 2. Lucky last one. We're going to stay forward and we're just going to tricep and kick back and back and back. Chest is open. Front knee is bent. We're breathing. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, lucky last one, pull the elbows in, so weights to chest. You're going to step your left foot forward, toes stay light, start to sit yourself down into the hips, and we're just going to pulse it out to finish. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So it's a little squat pulse, left toes are light, so you're loading up into that right leg, and down, and down. Squeeze in between the shoulder blades and breathe. You've got 8 to go, you can do it, stay with me. Nice deep breaths. In 4, in 3, in 2, in 1, and recover. Give the shoulders a little wiggle for a second. Sorry, hips. Standing nice and tall for me, guys, at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, slowly chin to chest. You're going to roll yourself down. Feel free to soften the knees. Let the arms almost pull you down to the floor. When you get to the bottom, weights out to the side. Relax your hands down and just breathe into this stretch. Maybe giving your head a gentle shake right to left. Maybe giving a little walk through the knees, a wiggle into the hips. All right, so you're going to bend your right knee, keep your left leg straight, left hand to the floor, and you're slowly going to start to lift your right arm to the ceiling, come into a nice twist. Inhale and exhale. And return. You're stepping your right foot over to the left, so it crosses, and then walk your hands over towards the right, and then just relax the head, breathing into this nice twist. Inhale and exhale, closing the eyes. Unravel the legs, returning the hands to the center. Step the feet back to parallel. Your left knee bends, right leg extends, and your left arm is reaching up to the ceiling. Nice big twist. Open and lift. Hand comes back down. Step your left foot over your right. Walk your hands over to the left side, coming into a nice twist, and then just let your head drop down, breathing into the stretch. Awesome work. Walking your hands back to the center, unravel the legs, and we're just going to slowly bring ourselves down onto all fours again. So stepping one leg back at a time, giving the hips a little wiggle. Now is the time, if you need a quick sip of water, just taking that now. If not, give your shoulders a nice big circle, and we're going to get ready to go straight into our second side. So hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. We're finding that length into the lower back and a lift through the lower abs. Extending your left leg back, finding that lift, and we're just going to slowly start to lift the leg and lower the leg. So both arms are nice and long. Again, it's not about the height of the leg, more about that length. Good. If you're feeling okay here, right hand comes behind your lower back. Careful you're not sinking towards the right. Keep pushing away from the floor. Catching that balance. And that right hand is just checking that you're not overarching the back. Breathing, breathing. In 3, in 2. Last one, you're going to hold it up, and we're just going to go for a little tap to the ceiling, up and up and up. Nice. If that feels okay, you can start to extend your right arm forward. Keep that lift and length through the center of your body. Keep growing and growing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand comes down, keep your leg lifted. We're tucking our right toes under. Start to lift the hips up as you bend your top knee, and just play around with opening and closing that hip for a second. Breathing into the stretch. All right, we're going to start to bring your knee to your nose. So extend your leg all the way to the ceiling, square your hips. Slowly start to bend your left knee as you round your back. Scoop the belly in, knee to nose as you shift forward, and then press all the way back up. Lengthen the toes to the ceiling. We go again. Drive the knee in, round the spine, scoop, 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 and push up and away, stretching back. Keep this going in your own time. Focus on that compression of the knee coming to your nose, and press back up. Good. Breathing, breathing, breathing. And press. On your next one, we are going to hold it for the count of 5. Squeezing in, strong push into the arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, step that foot forward for 1. Well done, guys. Lower your back knee down. Again, if you need to give those shoulders a little circle, maybe the wrists a circle, please do. We are grabbing our weights and we're getting straight into our second side. Lining your hips and your shoulders. Inhale, we prepare, and exhale, we slowly start to press into the feet. Control back down and lift and lower. So finding that nice range into the legs. How low can you go? Keeping your alignment and that nice open chest. Down and press and bend and press. Well done. All right, if you'd like to add your curl without using any momentum, and curl and press. So as your knees bend, so do your elbows. All together, coordinating the movements. Bend and squeeze. In 3, in 2. Last one, we're going to hold it down. Adding your shoulder press, ribs stay soft, return and bring yourself back up. So finding a tempo that works for you. We're staying low in that press. Trying to drop that back knee down. And back. Let's go for 4. Good. For 3. Strong into that stability. In 2. Last one, we're going to stay down. We're just going to press those arms up. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5. Can we drop any lower? In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. We're shifting up and over, now loading into the front glute. You've got your tricep kickback, back into the lunge as you curl. Shift forward, load into that front heel. So hips are staying square. We're really trying to push the bum back, bring the chest forward, but trying to keep your hips quite low. So try not to extend your front leg. Nice deep breaths. Again, this can always be done with body weight if you need. For 3, press. For 2, last one, we're going to stay forward, hold it there, just those triceps, and back, and back. Find that stability and strength. Let's go. Stamina into the left glute. In 3, in 2, in 1. Weights to your chest. We're nearly there. Stay with me. Back leg steps forward, toes light. Start to sit yourself down into a deep squat, and we're pulsing to finish. The lighter the right toes, the little bit more you're going to feel that into your left glute. Knees aligned, chest is open. Let's do it. Stay with me to the end in 8. On fire. Building that strength. 3, 2, 1, and recover. Well done, guys. Standing to the top of your mat again, give the shoulders a nice big circle. Inhale, on your exhale, we're rolling back down. Chin to chest, slowly starting to just let the arms pull you down. Getting to the bottom, hands come out so the weights rest off the mat. Relax your head again, just breathe into the stretch. This time we're going to give ourselves a little hug. So reach to grab your legs wherever you can. You can soften your knees and just bring your chest to rest onto your thighs as much as you can. So you're really trying to compress your belly to your thighs. Let your head hang, looking through your legs. Take a nice big inhale. On your exhale, slowly start to push weight into the balls of the feet. Imagine your heels lifting off as you start to extend the legs just to a point you can maintain, and then bend the knees again. Inhale, weight into the balls of the feet. Start to send your sit bones up into the air, shifting forward, and return. So you're trying to transfer the weight to the balls of the feet as you extend and bend. Let's go 2 more. And back one more time. And back, well done. Hands come to the floor. You're going to step yourself back into your high plank position. Nice strong plank. We're just holding here, nice deep breaths. Finding that length, active legs, core engaged. We're here for 5. Not long now, hold for 4. Little active recovery in 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower your knees down to the floor and just bring yourself up to a kneeling position to start. Now, depending on the space around you, I'm going to spin around to face you, but you can just extend one leg out to the side. That's absolutely fine. Optional to go with 1 dumbbell for this next one. So grabbing your dumbbell if you like. Your right hand, same hand as that supporting knee, is coming to the floor. And I've got even weight between my hand and my knee. My top elbow is punching straight to the ceiling and my hand is in front of my chin. And we're just going to start with a press straight up and a return. And press and down. So it's a tricep kick. Now, I've been going deep into those triceps today. Bend and extend. Now, notice the upper arm is not moving too much. Yeah, the elbow's bending, and that's about it. You're trying to stack the elbow on top of the shoulder. Careful the arm's not back behind you or forward of you. It's right on top of that shoulder. Chest is open. Press. Now, if you feel okay here, we're going to add a lift of this outside leg up and down. Lift and lower. Have a little tuck to your tail. Leg is lifting straight to the side and up and down. In 4, in 3, in 2. Last one, can we hold it at the top and just continue the arm for another 5. For 4, core engaged. In 3. In 2, last one, we're holding that arm up, shoulders open. We're going for a little pulse up of that leg and lift and lift. Now you can stay here with these pulses or start to reach that arm down, resting your hand to the leg. So you're adding a little bit more weight into that hip. Pulse and pulse and pulse. Let's go. Keep the core tight. 5, 4, 3. You're nearly there. 2, 1. We're finishing with a little kick forward and back. Try not to move anything in your upper body. It stays nice and strong. In 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Lower that leg down and just bring yourself up for a second. Well done. Now, just give your underneath wrist a little circle, maybe the shoulder a little release as well. We're going for one more exercise here. Hand back to the floor, no dumbbells this time. Hand back down, reach your arm to the ceiling. You're going to step your underneath leg back behind you. So in our side plank, nice and strong. We're going to take a squat. So you're going to bring your hips towards your feet, and then you're going to press yourself all the way back up. Bend down, exhale, push. If that's not for you, lower your knee, and you're going to go for little hip dips down and up. All right, guys, let's go. 5 to finish. Bend and press for 5. For 4, stay strong. 3, for 2, for 1, we hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees and relax the hips. Well done. Take a nice big stretch up and over with your top arm. Breathe into that side body and just relax the head for a second. Inhale and exhale. You can look up to the ceiling if you prefer, or just let your head drop down. Good, bring yourself all the way up. Give the wrist a little circle, it's quite a strong one. A little shake out, we go straight to the second side. So make sure you've got enough space, extending the leg, holding onto the dumbbell if you did the first side, hand comes down, lifting up, so chest is open, and we're just going for that tricep kick. So it's as if your dumbbell comes to your nose or your chin, and you're trying to keep that elbow stacked on top of the shoulder. I know it's hard when you can't see yourself, but trying to feel that one straight line from the bottom hand to the top hand. All right, guys, when you're ready, we're going to add that lift of the leg up and down. So nothing else in your center is moving. Hinge from that hip, squeeze and down, and squeeze and down. In 4, in 3, in 2. Last one, can we hold it up and just the arm to finish for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the arms strong. We're going little pulses up at the hips. Keep the tuck of the tail, the open in the chest, strong into that underneath side. Optional to start to reach that arm down, holding onto the leg, and lift, and lift, and lift. Awesome work. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2. Now stabilizing your center, going for a little kick forward and back. Try to go quick but small. Really, really strong into that balance, coordination, control. 3, 2, And one, gently lower back down. Bring yourself up for a moment if you need to give the wrist or the shoulder a little release. Hand to the floor, guys, we've got our last option. So first option, you had your knee on the floor, but your knee is a little bit further away from you, and you're going for little hip dips down and up. If not, both legs straight. We got 8 altogether. We bend, exhale, press, halt. Little squat down, strong push up. Yeah, if you're sliding on your mat, I would step off the mat and do it on the floor and press. So good, strong squeeze of those glutes, squeeze the inner thighs down and press. I lost count, so let's do 2 more and lift. 1 more, squeeze, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower your knees to the mat, lower your hips down, and take a nice big stretch up and over with that left arm. Inhale through your nose, exhale. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Maybe turning the head up, or looking down. Well done, guys, you've done really well today. Give those arms a good circle, just give a nice little release. And just coming into a comfortable seated position, wherever that may be. Rolling the shoulders back, relaxing the neck. And we're just going to finish with one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your heart, and just closing your eyes. Like we did to start, 3 slow breaths, allowing your heart rate to slow and just everything to relax. We inhale through our nose and exhale out through your mouth. Feel the tension from your jaw and your shoulders release. Inhale, let your belly expand. And exhale, side out. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Just notice how your body's feeling compared to the beginning of the class. Feel your heart racing, just seeing if you can allow it to let go and relax. Slowly release your hands just down onto your lap, keeping your eyes closed. Take 1 more deep inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Slowly opening your eyes when you're ready, giving the shoulders a nice big circle. Well done, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Any questions, any feedback, anything at all, please write to me or comment in the section below. If not, have a lovely day, and I shall see you on your mats very soon. Thanks for joining, and well done.